Decentralization is a common buzzword thrown out by all kinds of crypto enthusiasts. Proponents of different crypto constantly claim their favorite crypto is more decentralized than the next. But what does it mean when they're talking about decentralization? What is the most decentralized crypto? And is decentralization a good thing? This video will aim to answer those questions. Let's get cracking. So, what is decentralization? In a financial context, decentralization refers to the ability to perform financial transactions without a third-party intermediary overlooking the transaction. For a cryptocurrency to be decentralized, it has to take into account the following features. First, there can be no central authority governing the currency or the blockchain it operates on. Instead, the currency is maintained by a network of distributed computers. And this network is open to anybody. The same goes for data. There is no central storage or data servers for a decentralized currency. The information is available publicly, and it is stored in a distributed network, making it extremely safe and efficient. Not only is the risk of cyber attacks eliminated, but it also adds in a layer of trust amongst its users, who can easily access the information whenever and wherever they want to. Second, with regards to the maintenance and the future of upgrades to a decentralized currency, the decision-making process is based on the consensus mechanism that takes into account everyone involved in the network. The network of stakeholders who are involved in the blockchain could include a variety of people, such as developers, miners, researchers, traders, investors, entrepreneurs, pretty much anything. Third, the issuance of a decentralized currency is often dictated by the defining parameters which were drafted during its inception. The beauty of this is that it cannot be manipulated or tampered with. This means that there is only a fixed amount of currency that will ever be in circulation at a given time, contrary to centralized fiat currency, whose issuance and value is easily manipulated by government bodies. Decentralized currencies follow the protocols on which they were founded on. And fourth, anyone and everyone can use a decentralized currency. There is no need for approval, ID checks, or geographical restrictions to use a decentralized currency. It is open to everyone and anyone around the globe. And this open access is not just limited to its use of performing transactions. Even the issuance of new coins has to be open to the public. Now that we've got that long process out of the way, just what is the most decentralized cryptocurrency? Here's a handy chart that we'll come back to, and let's start filling it in. First off, we have Bitcoin, breaking it down into the four categories. Bitcoin has a relatively centralized authority. Although Bitcoin nodes dot the earth, there is a high concentration in the US and Europe, with the US having about 12% and Germany having another 12% of Bitcoin nodes. Nevertheless, it is relatively decentralized. However, where Bitcoin gets a hang-up is in mining. Bitcoin mining has fallen to the hands of a few mining conglomerates, which control the issuance and upgrades of Bitcoin. Although on paper, the process made for Bitcoin looks good, in practice, the process results in consolidation into these conglomerates, as Bitcoin becomes more expensive to mine. However, Bitcoin remains relatively free and open for people to use, without many barriers, and it earns at high marks in the fourth category. Next up is Ethereum. It is a relatively centralized cryptocurrency when it comes to development and governance. It is the brainchild of Vitalik Buterin, and unlike Satoshi with Bitcoin, he continues to direct Ethereum and its development. Its nodes are also very centralized in the United States and Germany, with 41% and 15% respectively. Because it is moving to a proof of stake soon, however, with ETH 2.0, that will make it much less centralized in the issuance aspect. And in terms of usage, it has a large number of wallets, but 20% of all Ethereum is in 10 addresses. Next up, a popular coin for decentralized proponents is Moreno. Although its usage is very decentralized, with users being completely anonymous, its government issuance and update structure is actually very centralized. The development of the code is much more centralized than BCH and ETH, and the process to mine it is complicated. Although there is some competition in the mining area, 74% of Moreno's mining is controlled by only 3 pools, making it even more concentrated than Bitcoin. Last in our analysis is Litecoin. It is more decentralized in its governance, as its nodes are much more spread out evenly throughout the world. Its development culture, however, is centralized. Charlie Lee takes point in development as the creator of the coin, similar to Buterin with ETH. Its mining culture is much more open, however, although as a proof-of-work mining process, it still runs into the same trouble for small-time operators. 3 pools account for 65% of its mining. It has a large number of wallet addresses, though, leading to its high decentralization in usage, however. So, now that we've finished, we can rank these 4 cryptos in each of the 4 areas. When we do that, we can see that Bitcoin becomes the slight winner in terms of decentralization, with Litecoin and Ethereum close behind. Moreno, however, brings up the rear, despite its clear win in usage, beating them out by a large margin. Because it is so centralized in the other areas, it falls behind. And there you have it. I hope this video has been interesting in breaking down what decentralization is. Maybe next time you see someone on the internet arguing that one coin is more decentralized than the other, you can join in that conversation and offer your own perspective. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time.